To get views on YouTube, you need a high view duration. The longer someone watches, the more YouTube is going to send out your video to new eyeballs. How do you get someone to watch longer? There's a lot that goes into it, but one of the key ingredients is editing. Editing is taking all of your video, pictures, music, text, and piecing it together in an interesting way to tell your story. Casey Neistat, Yes Theory, Peter McKinnon did not blow up on YouTube by accident. They did it by their ability to tell a story. And today we're looking at 10 different edits that these 5 YouTubers do in their videos that you can do too.
You gotta just press record.
Hey guys, my name is Noel Molt with Think Media. Now, the first person we're going to look at today is Peter McKinnon. Now, one of the editing techniques that Peter McKinnon is known for is his use of slow motion.
Another coffee montage? You're damn right.
You can see here that all of these clips are in slow motion. And so you can actually do this in your video too. You just need to shoot in 60 frames per second on your camera or higher if it lets you. And then in your editing program, bring the speed to 50% or 40% and you got slow motion just like Peter McKinnon. Now you can see in these clips that he's using slow motion, but his editing is still fast paced. So when you are using slow motion, don't be afraid to cut quickly. You don't want to drag things on too long. I think Peter McKinnon does a great job of utilizing slow motion with fast cuts. Now this next edit that Peter McKinnon does in his videos is not as flashy, but it is a great thing to add to your edits. So let's watch this real quick and see if you guys can spot it.
Okay, so the plan is to, there's really no plan. It's just to get rid of
it. Was right there. I don't know if you saw it, but this is what we call a J cut. A J cut is when you have 2 different clips and the audio from the second clip starts before you even see the second clip. So let's look back at these 2 different clips and how he incorporated this J cut.
The plan is to, there's really no plan. It's
right there. It's really soft. It's really subtle, but it makes a really big difference in the edit because right here in this first clip, he turns his head like this. So imagine if you just turn your head around and then you cut to your head facing the camera again. It's going to be a bit jarring. It's not going to be as natural, but using this J cut, blending in that audio to bring him back into frame is not as jarring because we already hear him talking to the camera again. Now, the opposite of a J cut is an L cut, and Peter McKinnon actually uses this just a minute down the line. He does an L cut right here. Check this out.
The other 2, no problem. Hurt a little bit. This one, oh, it's gonna really hurt. I don't even want to do.
So right there, you see an L cut. So right here, when he says the words really hurt, it's already cut on to the next scene and the audio is dragging into the second clip rather than the second clip's audio going over into the first clip. So I made a cut in between these 2 video clips. All you have to do is detach the audio on both of these clips. And then what he's done is he's extended this audio of him saying, you know, this is really going to hurt. And then he's cut off the audio from this second clip so that whatever was said over here is silent because this is the audio that he wants to be playing. But as he cuts over from this clip to this clip, this audio is detached and it is overlaying over the second clip, and then fading in the audio and fading out the audio is going to bring a nice transition to this clip. So now you can see exactly how he edited this clip. Let's watch it back one more time.
Problem. Hurt a little bit. This one, oh, it's gonna really hurt. I don't even want to do.
So that's exactly how you can do that in your next YouTube video. Number 2 is Yes Theory. Now, when I think of good editing and storytelling on YouTube, one of the channels that comes to mind is Yes Theory. We're going to take a look at their video, 24 hours underground inside a giant gold mine, and we're going to break down their editing techniques. So let's go ahead and take a look at this first clip.
Where we met a few of the local miners.
Pleasure.
Great to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Boom. Hey, this is the longest you're going to be underground.
Yeah.
Until you're dead. Probably.
So right there, you can hear a little bit of this background music in this clip. I'll play it again right here.
Local miners.
Pleasure.
Great to meet you. Nice to meet you.
It's pretty happy music. It's not too loud. It's just some background music. But as soon as he says until you're dead, the audio just completely stops.
Longest you're going to be underground.
Yeah.
Until you're dead.
This is really a fantastic way to pull your audience into a moment and emphasize what is being said. And they do this multiple times throughout this one video. So let's take a look at another time where they do this as well.
Oh, so this is the first time you've ever.
This one here was where there were some mountain lion footprints.
What? Inside?
Yeah.
Another great moment right here where they're about to go into this mine and the guy is showing them on the map. Right here is where we found some mountain lion footprints. And he goes, what?
Some mountain lion footprints.
What?
And the music just completely stops because now they're a little bit scared. Now it's a bit more serious, which fits perfectly with how he's feeling. It's like, okay, music off. This is really serious. Oh. Hey there. Since we've been talking a lot about music and editing, I wanted to share something really cool with you guys because this video is sponsored by Epidemic Sound. Now, I've been using Epidemic Sound in these Think Media videos for a long time, and I love their library and their variety of music. I love that they have happy, upbeat music like this. And they also even have some really cool swaggy hip hop stuff like this.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and a giddy.
I also love their website layout. It's really easy to navigate and find the song that you're looking for. If you type in a search, you're gonna find a ton of playlists, and this is really helpful when finding the right song for your video. And one of my favorite features about Epidemic Sound is that when you find a song that you really like, you can click on similar songs, and this is gonna bring up a huge list with similar songs to the one that you like. Now, my favorite thing about Epidemic Sound is actually their sound effects library. They have tons of sound effects, and these really help level up your videos. You can click the link in the description for a 30-day free trial, or you can go to thinkmediasounds.com. Okay, let's get back into the video. The second thing that I notice in their edits that they do a great job of is their choice of music. They constantly change up the music in the video to fit the emotions that you are feeling with them throughout this entire journey. Now in this clip right here, they're going into the mine. It's a bit unknown. They're very scared. They're not sure exactly what is going to happen. And listen to the music that they use here.
This isn't a cave. Every bit that you see here was excavated by a human hand.
Wow, we're going deeper?
Are you kidding?
He laughs at a lot of my questions.
Yeah.
It's very scary music. It's very ominous. It's mysterious. It feels like a suspense thriller, maybe a horror film. But once we make it to the end of the video, they've spent their time inside of this gold mine, and they basically get rescued from this guy who picks them up on these train tracks. The music is completely different. So check this out.
Who's there?
I'd let you pack your gear out.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You guys worried?
No, I knew you had a plan.
We were making it.
A bit more upbeat, a bit happier.
Right out in style.
Wow. We made it. Wow,
That's the message.
And right there, they're saying, you know, we made it. They're smiling, they're laughing, and the music just totally fits this moment of the video. And this is something you can totally do inside of your YouTube videos too. Changing up your music can be a really good thing to help tell the audience exactly how you are feeling and the emotions involved in that moment. Number 3, going to a classic, Casey Neistat. Let's check out the beginning of this vlog by Casey Neistat.
Oh. This is it. This is the dream.
So Casey opens up the doors, he walks down the steps, and then he turns and looks at the camera. Now, if you didn't notice, there was 3 different camera angles there. And that's the first thing that he does really well, which is get multiple angles for his edit. Now, he didn't have 3 cameras. He actually just did this 3 different times to get a different angle for each take. And I know there wasn't 3 cameras because on this shot right here, the camera would be right by those steps. But as we go to the next shot, you can clearly see that there is no camera there, and he is just using the one camera that he brings with him. I think this is one of the things that makes Casey Neistat really unique, which is having multiple options when it comes to angles. It feels a bit more like a TV show or a movie rather than just watching a vlog and someone holding the camera up to their face. He actually takes the time to get multiple different angles, multiple different shots just for one opening scene. Another thing that Casey does in his videos that he does in basically every single video is he adds in music, but he edits to the beat. Check out exactly what I'm talking about. And you can do this in your videos too. If you zoom in onto your audio waveforms, you can see these big jumps, and these are like a bass hitting or a snare hitting, and he likes to cut right on those drops in the beat. And so you can do this in your videos too. Just by looking at these waveforms and listening to the rhythm, you can actually cut to your music as well. Another thing he does while editing music to the beat is he'll start a time lapse when the beat drops. And so here's a great example of that. On to number 4, which is Emma Chamberlain. Emma is a vlogger on YouTube who started 4 years ago, and now she has over 10 million subscribers. Now her personality is pretty awesome. She's very fun and entertaining to watch, but her edits are also really great. So let's watch this video and kind of dissect her editing techniques.
Happy Sunday. When I'm filming this, it's a Sunday. It's a foggy day out. Not hot, but not cold. It's like one of those days.
So a couple things already that I'm seeing. Let me zoom into this timeline. This first clip opens up. It's pretty normal. It's probably set on some sort of tripod or vlogging stick. And then this next clip zooms in. It's the same clip actually, but we get the zoom in to her face. Now she does this a lot in her vlogs, but adding that camera movement makes it a bit more interesting as she is saying that, cuts back out to her wide angle shot. And then this next clip, it's pretty subtle, but it's actually a handheld effect. So it looks like someone is holding the camera, even though it is on a tripod. Now, as we keep watching this video, you can see that there's so much camera movement. Right here, she does this kind of face tracking thing when she makes this funny face. And I actually made a video showing you how to do the handheld effect, the face tracking, all that kind of stuff. So you can click the link in the description if you do want to check that out if you're a Final Cut Pro 10 user. But she uses these effects so much in her videos. The camera is constantly moving. There's always some sort of crop in, crop out, zoom in, handheld effect. You know, there's a lot of stuff that she does and it takes time, but it really makes it more interesting to watch, especially with her style. It really suits her and the editing just feels like it is a part of who she is. Another thing that Emma does a lot is jump cuts. Jump cuts are taking your clip, removing out parts in them to speed along the process so it looks like time is passing by quicker. And she uses this in a very speedy, quick editing to get something across in a very short amount of time.
And I'm freaking out. So we're gonna make an espresso instead. Chamberlain coffee, espresso blend. I'm gonna try to make an Americano.
Now let's go back and count how many cuts there were, because within the first couple seconds, there was a lot of cuts.
And
1,
I'm freaking out.
2,
so we're gonna make an espresso instead.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Chamberlain coffee, espresso blend.
7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm gonna try to make
Literally 10 cuts within like 8 or 9 seconds. So she's utilizing these jump cuts to kind of speed up time, keep everything fast paced, which is just totally with her personality and her YouTube channel. Now you can do this in your YouTube videos. Instead of speeding through time with a time lapse or something like that, you can use jump cuts, which is really fun and a different way to spice things up. Spice. Before we get to number 5, let me know who your favorite YouTuber is so we can use them in our part 2 of this series where we break down people's editing techniques so that you can learn from the best on YouTube. With that, number 5 is MrBeast. In this MrBeast video, he's asking people if they'll sit in snakes for $10,000. Now, the first thing that he does a lot in his videos is utilizing sound effects and music, but mainly sound effects inside of his edit. I mean, just watch this clip and try and count how many sound effects he adds to this scene.
And this is Brian, our professional snake handler. You want to go ahead and throw the first snake on?
Let's go. That was really professional. I know.
Now it's very subtle, but we hear a little hissing of a snake sound effect coming in, and you might just pass that by, but these are sound effects that they are adding into the video to make it a bit more interesting. And of course, that's a bit scary when you hear that coming from a snake, but listen again to those sound effects from the snake. And then of course, there's some more out there sound effects to add to the humor of things, but take a listen again.
Gone?
Let's go. That was really professional. I know.
He's kind of constricting a little bit. Is this okay? Are you ready for the next 20 snakes?
There's 20?
20 more. The snakes are trying to...
In the same video, here's another great example of all the sound effects that MrBeast uses in his video.
This is a 1-pound dumbbell. Can you curl it? And Chris, every time you curl this, I'll give you $1. Really? No. But every time Noah, come on in here, curls it, I'll give him $1. $1. I'm just gonna throw it.
Now, MrBeast is in that entertainment niche, so he is trying to keep things moving along, be very quick and fast-paced in his editing, and the sound effects do help keep our attention. The second thing MrBeast does in his edit is he uses these texts to pop up during the videos.
Mary, see what's inside.
Is that mine?
Earlier today, I broke into Chandler's house and stole his teddy bear.
That's mine. That's Flash.
So right there, he's using this text because it's funny and he really wants people to focus in on those words. So when you have words pop up on your video, the viewer wants to look at those words and really emphasizes what is being said.
Let's see where Chris went with all that money from the gym.
All right, we're headed to Best Buy. I'm gonna get Noah a Theragun. It costs $400, which is a lot, but I think it's gonna make him so much more money if he gets that arm worked out, you know what I'm saying? Oh wait, that one's $600. I don't think we need the $600 one.
Now, MrBeast likes to use these words for context. context. So if he's setting up something in the video, he likes to use the words to make it very clear to the viewer what is happening or what's about to happen. And right here is another great example of he's riding in the car. It's not really that exciting. He's just kind of setting up some context. And so adding in these words, adding in these sound effects are helping us stay engaged in the video and what's going on. I hope that gave you some good ideas on how to add some fun editing styles into your own videos. But if you click on the screen right now, you can find out how to grow your YouTube channel from 0 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in the next video.